Hey, shit, we good? We good, man? Yes, we are living, man. Yes, it is your boy Kato Media, man. Yes, I am back. Yes, all that, man. Today, man, we getting into this Ghostface Killah situation, man. Now, when I first seen this, I was like, oh, man, is this what's really going on out here in the streets, man? So, we gonna start reading it off. I want to get y'all feedback. I want to see how y'all feel, you know what I mean? Is the allegations legit? Do you think this is another move? Now, I will say this, man. I started noticing, like, with these celebrities, man, their kids start coming back, like, later on in life. It's not like they're young, but they're older. And it seems like it's like they're going through financial situations and they want to speak on, like, the parent not being around. But it's like, you're an adult now. You know, I just think about the whole thing with Lil Romeo and Master P, man, how that whole situation played out. It's like, bro, you're grown now, you know what I mean? So that's a whole nother topic, man, but let me get into it. Let's go to it right now. No, I'm a little sloppy with it, but let's get into it, man. So his son has recently came out on the latest news. He's came out talking about, you know, how Ghostface has never been around like that, how he's reached out to him, you know, time and time again, and there has been no responses. I'm going to post the text messages as well so you can see that for yourself. So let's read it off, man. Let's see what he has to say, man. Let's get it, man. He said, "I've never been the type of person to go online and talk about my personal life, my family, or my emotions. However, today I'm giving an inside look into my broken heart because I'm feeling more lost and hopeless than I have ever been." He also tagged the real Ghostface Killah. "I'm tired of keeping quiet to save your reputation. I'm tired of the pain. My heart has been aching and longing to be loved by you, my father, for way too long. So since you are unreachable, perhaps this will get your attention." You know, that's crazy. Let me continue reading. He said, "I haven't had a full conversation with you or seen you in over 15 years. You haven't once tried to reach out to me to see how I'm feeling or how I'm doing. I have messages that literally show me reaching out to you and receiving no response for over a decade." I do have those messages. I'm going to post that as well. How I feel about it. Let's stop right there, man. So, and I don't know, like, a person reaching out for somebody for 15 years and no responses, it does seem kind of fabricated to me, because, like, why would you continue reaching out to a person if you're not getting a response? Now, I'm not taking off for Ghostface Killah because I don't know, you know what I mean? But I have seen ways how, like, people can really, like, manipulate, like, the text messages and make it seem a certain type of way. Like, if I called you, then it's no response to that text. Of course, there's not going to be no response because I actually was on the phone with you. Now, that's a whole nother conversation where y'all texting and it led to a phone call and the text messages stopped, because from what I'm seeing, it seems like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge for that. But let me read more into it, man. So the caption stated, "A man who doesn't take care of his family will never be blessed. He at the real Ghostface Killah." It says, "Ghosted us for too long." So that was a shot there. Man, I don't know, man. It gets tricky, man, when it comes, because, like, let's just be real, man. A lot of blacks come from single family households, man. And this is, like, it seems more normalized than anything. But I will say, man, for a kid that is, you know, fiending for the father to be around, man, that's a problem if that was the case. His son is also gay as well, so I don't know if that was another thing if that was the case of Ghostface disowning his son and not wanting to be around, I don't know. Maybe that could be a possibility, man. You have certain people that, you know, they say like, oh, you know, if my son is gay, I don't want nothing to do with him. But we're gonna continue reading on, man, because I really want to get y'all feedback on this and see what y'all have to say. But 15 years? He said, I haven't had a full conversation with you or seen you in over 15 years. So that leads me to believe, like, you haven't had a full conversation, but you had conversation with him. You know, that's me looking deeper into it, but you not seeing him for 15 years, man, that's definitely an issue. I'm not making excuses for that. Let me read more into it, man. It says, the legend that you all know, you all love, Ghostface Killah, is the full definition of a deadbeat. Dad, you let us live without lights, gas, or even communication from you for years. You have all this coin, and yet you allow my uncles to clean up your mess. I have lived in a shelter for almost a year in 2020 during COVID, and you haven't reached out once to help me or to see if I was even alive. So this is the part that, like, kind of confuses me, because it's like, well, if he hasn't responded to you, why would you expect him to reach out to you? You know what I mean? I don't get that. Like, why would you expect a person to reach out to you that hasn't responded to you at all? And is this a situation where you're looking for help at this point in time in your life? I don't know, man. But let's continue reading on. It says, your daughter is mentally ill, and you haven't even come to make sure she's okay or even get her help. You do not give a damn about your children, and it's time to lay this S on the table. Growing up, your cold shoulder made me scared of not only myself, but of the world. I was never comfortable around you or my brothers when I was a kid, but at least my brothers grew to accept me on their own. I felt unprotected my entire life, and I couldn't even fully chase my dream because I was so afraid of who I was, and I just kept trying to make everyone happy and be someone I wasn't, even though it was obvious I was pretending. Let's continue reading on, man. For many years, you made me hate myself until I developed the courage to snap the F out of it and realize that there was nothing wrong with me, but there's everything wrong with you. I can't even say you're only a deadbeat to me because I'm gay. I think, you know, I think this is where it's stemming from. I think that is mostly the cause of it. And you look at people like Dwayne Wade, you know, it's like, I remember Dwayne Wade saying, I think it was Dwayne Wade or Gabrielle, I think she was saying, like, Dwayne Wade said this. He said he was actually like cropping him out of the pictures because he was so afraid of, like, the world attacking his kid. And it's like, are you ready for that? You know, it's like, he was in the locker room, you know, you make fun of people like that, but then you actually end up having a kid like that, man. It changes, like, the whole scenario. So let's continue reading, man. He said, because you're a deadbeat to all your kids, some more than others, but what I've been seeking is the answers as to why. Is it because your father turned your back on you? And sometimes that is the reason. Like, not to throw shots, but that's really a real thing. Like, sometimes you can't expect men to be fathers that never had a father. They don't really know how to be fathers, and that's just realistic. Like, you kind of give off what's been given to you. Maybe he don't know how to be a father, but I mean, that's no excuse. It's not. You handle your responsibilities and you figure out along the way. But I'm just saying, like, man, a lot of people come from broken households and they don't even know how to form a family. They have an idea, but they don't know how to construct one. So let's continue reading. It says, deadbeat to all of your kids, some more than others, but what I've been seeking is the answer as to why. Is it because your father turned your back on you? Why do you love everyone but your kids? It's backwards. It's ugly. It's hurtful, and it's humiliating. I'm tired of you ignoring us. I'm tired of you acting like we don't exist. I'm tired of you. And I'm gonna post the text messages here so y'all can kind of see what's going on. I don't know, man. What do y'all think? These situations, man, they can be real, like, sketchy, because it's like, why now? You know, and to say, like, all right, I don't want to hurt your I'm tired of trying to save your reputation. It's like, saying it earlier would have been better. You know what I mean? Like, now, I mean, not too many people know about Ghostface Killah, and I'm not saying that he's not established, but I'm just saying it would have been more of a hype then versus now. I can't really say. I honestly don't know, man, because I think when these kids that turn into adults, when they become adults and they hit that stage of, like, you know, that financial struggle, you got people in your ear that'll be like, well, you know who your dad is, right? Or, you know, like, you could be getting, like, that's the same thing with, like, 50 Cent and his son, when he was like, you know, such and such is not enough money. And it's like, bro, you're a grown man. Like, you still depending on that child support money that's intended for your mom. But, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about this situation. I can say, like, black men do need to step it up when it comes to raising kids, but we don't know all the details. You know, it's only one side. We only hearing one side. We would have to hear Ghostface Killah's side as well. You know, everybody was siding with Romeo until Master P came out and did an interview and said exactly what was going on and how he put Romeo in certain positions and how Romeo wouldn't be Romeo if it wasn't for him. So when you look at it like that, sometimes you gotta step back from the emotional side and be like, okay, is this an angry kid? Is this a individual that's looking to, because if you tarnish, like, your parents' name, how can you expect so much from it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the situation. I'm not taking up for nobody, but I'm saying, like, we've heard these stories before with these kids saying, like, oh, my parent did this, oh, they stole my money, and oh, they did that, and they wronged me, and they never was around. And then you hear the other side, and it's like, well, you start getting feedback from them again, and their story started changing. It's like, well, I didn't really mean it like that. What I was trying to say was, come on, man. But make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe, man. How do y'all feel about this Ghostface Killah story, man? It's crazy. Like that, man. It's that boy Kato Media. We'll be dropping more videos, and like that, I'm out.